Welcome to the Kabin. Today we're painting another miniature from the Warzone Eternal Kickstarter. Before we start though, please consider giving the video a like if you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about future content. With that said, let's get to it. Just a quick recap. Rest Nova Games recently sent me a package of prototype miniatures from their Warzone Eternal Kickstarter. Check out the playlist here if you haven't seen the two I painted in our previous videos. Also, click the link in the description down below if you want to check out the Kickstarter for yourself. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we'll be able to unlock a few more stretch goals. I really want to paint the Nephirite. Enough wishful thinking. Let's start painting the final Imperial miniature I was sent, the Blood Beret. This guy means business with that fully automatic Southpaw rocket launcher. I prepped the miniature in the exact same way as in the Trencher video. And once again, I used the zenithal priming as a guide for where to place shadows and highlights. When choosing the colors, I used the classic Blood Beret artwork by Paul Bunner, plus a couple of reference pictures for the rocket launcher. I started by painting the green armor, using Wa Flesh as a base coat. Next up, I used Coelia Green Shade as a pin wash in the recesses. I then reapplied Wa Flesh to clean up any overspill from the shade. After that, I used Warboss Green to layer on a lighter green as a highlight. I watered the paint down to a glaze-like consistency and applied several layers to help create transitions. Next up, I used Skarsnik Green in a similar manner, but being a bit more selective this time. As an edge highlight, I applied Nurgling Green. For the sharpest corners and edges, I applied Kree Khaki. The Blood Berets are famous for their camouflage, a feature also mentioned in their rules. I began painting this by applying Elysian Green in irregular patterns on the darker areas of the armor. In the brighter areas, I used Uruk Flesh, which is slightly lighter in shade than Elysian Green. This was followed by Castellan Green applied in the same way. In the brighter areas, I used Lauren Forest, which again is slightly lighter than Castellan Green. Finally, I applied Creed Camo with a lot of contrast medium as a filter over the entire armor. Looking at it, I felt something was missing, so I went back to the camouflage and added tiny patches of Ogryn Camo to help add some variation and definition. For the gloves, boots, pouches, and holster, I used Dark Reaper as a base coat. I then shaded these areas with Drakenhof Nightshade. After that, I reapplied Dark Reaper to bring back some definition. Next up, I added a highlight of Rust Grey. I didn't film it, but on the larger areas I felt Rust Grey was too much of a jump from the base coat, so I added an additional layer in between with a 50-50 mix of Dark Reaper and Rust Grey. I then added a highlight of Fenrisian Grey. For the sharpest corners and edges, I applied a 50-50 mix of Fenrisian Grey and Ulthuan Grey. To tie everything together, I used a filter of Space Wolves Grey with a lot of contrast medium. To help tie the Imperial miniatures together, I painted several details on the Blood Beret as per the previous miniatures. The leather, wood, and eye lenses were painted like the Trencher, while the metallics, skin, and beret were painted like the Golden Lion. Check those videos out to learn what colors I used. I base coated the screen and buttons on the communication device with Abaddon Black. Then I placed a small dot of white scar towards the top right corners. Next up, I layered on Corn Red. I then used a layer of Evil Sunz Scarlet. Finally, I used Troll Slayer Orange in the down left corner. I painted a few markings on the southpaw using the same red colors, and I also painted a number of the panels black, in the same way as the Golden Lion's plasma carbine. The shell casings on the rocket launcher were base coated with Balthasar gold. I then added a wash of Agrax Earthshade. Next up, I layered on Gehenna's gold. And finally, I applied Auric Armor Gold as a highlight, before sealing the whole thing with a 50-50 mix of matte and satin varnish. I did the base in the same way as the other two miniatures from the Imperial faction. With that, the miniature was complete. Man, these sculpts are a blast to paint, and I really appreciate the work that has gone into them. Don't forget to check out the Warzone Eternal Kickstarter page. You'll find the link in the description down below, along with social media links for Res Nova Games. Now that I'm done with Imperial, I'm excited to paint some Capital troops. But fans of Pride and Profit will have to wait till the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Click subscribe and ring that bell icon if you don't want to miss out on any other future content from the channel. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and follow us on social media for updates. We'll see you next time. Good luck with your miniatures.